We're with head coach Larry Sudbrick before the baseball team takes a three-game set against Dayton starting Thursday. Coach, if you will go back to last weekend, you sweep Temple, last place Temple team, but the bats really came alive and the pitching was really star for you guys as well.
Well, as you're aware, I mean, we've been playing quite a bit better in the last 3 weeks to month, starting to put things together. And offensively, we scored a lot of runs early, which allowed us to coast a little bit, play some other people. And for the most part, we had pretty solid defense, and we had very good pitching. I mean, our pitching was very good against a Temple team that early in the year was really putting up some staggering numbers. So obviously, it was a good weekend and got us in a position. Not only were we back to the 500 mark after I think at one point we were 9 games. That may have been our worst, maybe worse. So we were at least 9 games below 500 at one point. So we're back at 500 overall. We're over 500 in the conference, and have a chance to get back to the tournament. So after last year's showing, we're certainly pleased with where we're at with 2 weekends to go.
And you mentioned the tournament. It's currently tied for fifth with 3 other teams. You're in a 4-way tie. It's looking like it's 8 teams for 6 spots right now. Just your thoughts on where you're at. And you can't worry about other teams, but do you have like a magic number in mind? If you win both these last series, you think you're in, or what have you been talking to the guys about?
Well, I think if you win 3 out of your last 6, you have a shot, but would probably have to win a tiebreaker. And anytime you get into the tiebreaker, we have a tiebreaker over some teams. We don't have a tiebreaker over some other teams. And if you get into a multiple tiebreaker where there's 3 or 4 teams tied, then you get into some goofy tiebreakers. So you really need to win 4 out of 6, and I'm certain you get in. If you win 4 out of 6 and end up 14 and 10, you're going to get in. 13 and 11 was probably going to get you in, but there might be a team or two that go 13 and 11 that don't get in. They might be looking on the outside. So 3 out of 6 is probably a minimum, and 4 out of 6 is what you would hope for.
This Dayton team, 2 of the best pitchers in the A10, 2 of the best hitters in the A10. Bernie Mitchum has the 3rd best ERA, and Cameron Hobson has 81 strikeouts, which leads the A10. And then they have 2 hitters, a guy hitting 400 and a guy hitting has the most hits in the conference and league games only. Your thoughts on this Flyer team?
Well, they're always good. I mean, they're one of the fully funded Southern programs that has a beautiful stadium and every allotment that the Division I NCAA baseball allows. So they're always going to be competitive. But this particular year, with that guy throwing game 1, in his last 3 outings, he's thrown complete games in all 3 of them and only allowed 3 runs. So in 27 innings of work, he's given up 3 runs here. So that's a pretty tall task in game 1. He's definitely not only a good pitcher, he's a hot pitcher right now. So he'll be a real challenge in the first game. If you don't have any luck there, you got to come back and try to win the other 2. So it's going to be a challenge, no doubt about it.
Okay. And for you guys, if I told you before the year that over the course of a 10-game span, Mike Greco would be hitting 424, Jamie Walshlegger would be hitting 417, and Alex Calderon would be hitting 407, you would have said what?
Well, I obviously would have said you were crazy. I mean, it's not something we expected. Michael has struggled with the bat his first 2 years, but came back this fall with a new approach offensively and a new swing. He actually did some work this summer in his summer league team with a hitting coach who played in the major leagues, Joe Charbonneau, who was actually Rookie of the Year for the Cleveland Indians one year. And Mike has done nothing but improve completely throughout the season. He started off hitting 230 and has just gotten better and better and better. And Alex Calderon and Jimmy Walshlegger are basically just dirtbag baseball players. I mean, they don't have the best God gifts of bat speed and foot speed and arm strength, but they can play baseball. They're winners and they know how to play the game, and they've figured things out since they've got a chance to play every day here for the last 5-6 weeks.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.